Hi, everybody. Happy first Monday in March. We're super excited to hang out with y'all tonight while we talk all things strategy.
Yeah, we love strategy. Strategy helps us accomplish things. So we're excited about March. I know that y'all are too. First of all, are you registered for a convention? Can you please type in the chat if you are registered for convention? If you are not, what are you waiting for? You need to get registered for convention. If you are serious about your business, it's really important that you are there. Not saying that being at convention makes you a diamond, but I am saying that diamonds go to convention. It's important. There's nothing like being in a room with thousands of other people who are headed in the same direction that you are. Nobody there will think you are weird. And you're going to leave empowered, you're going to leave equipped, you're going to leave inspired, energized, motivated, and you're going to be ready to charge hell with a water pistol. Okay. So you need to be there and you need to get your team there.
I agree. And John Maxwell's going to be there. John Maxwell's going to be there. Valerie Burton's going to be there. I have a good feeling you're going to see some people that you know on stage. You just need to come.
You're going to be on stage.
You're going to be on stage.
Yeah.
Huh. And we have a super fun team dinner planned, complete with like dancing, DJs. It's going to be like a whole experience.
It is going to be super fun. I cannot wait. All right. Also, we have convention contests happening right now. In case you haven't noticed, this month we have iPads as a prize. Enroll 6, earn an iPad 10, or enroll 3 and promote a level 1. Also, you can earn an iPad, and you can earn up to 2, or is there a limit?
You can
up to 2. Okay. Yep. All right. So we're going to talk about that tonight. And before we jump into that, we want to shout out somebody who has already 6 days in to this month earned her iPad.
Yes, that would be my friend, Jamie. Jamie's brand new. She's been around a big whopping 3 weeks. Yesterday was 3 weeks since we met on a Sunday at a coffee shop. And I, just got to share with her the vision and belief here. So she has enrolled 10 people as of today, about to earn her second iPad. And when her subs process, she will be Fast Start Gold, which is super fun. And I know I told her to be prepared for questions at the end of the call. We might have some time to bring her on and ask her how she is doing this, because I know wondering minds want to know.
That's amazing. So we're saying Fast Start Gold in less than a month. Is that what you had said?
Correct. Yes.
Okay. Well, that's amazing, Jamie. I've not had an opportunity to meet you yet, but I'm looking forward to that. Okay. So way to go on that. And we have several others who are very, very close. So you guys are killing it. All right. Also, the promos for the month. So active, free bag of active for your current VIPs. Make sure that you let all of your VIPs know that if they place an order that is over $149, that could be just a one-time manual order, or they can move their sub up, but it has to be placed by the 15th. They will get a free bag of active. And who does not love active? I definitely love it. And then also any welcome pack gets a free bag of active.
Yes. And it's the Berry Brave active. So it's an LTO flavor. And my family loved Berry Brave. Also housekeeping, new change, welcome packs that include a reset. From now on, the subscription will set to just the combo without the reset. So I know for a while you guys have had to remember to go in and change the subscription to remove the reset. If they didn't want it 2 months, that will change now. So if you get a triplex reset welcome pack, you sell that tomorrow, their sub will default to just the triplex. So just a little housekeeping.
Yeah, that's a win. Okay. Thank you, corporate. Okay. So let's talk about how to recruit 6 people this month. We'll start with that. And then after we explain how to do that, then we'll also share how you could enroll 3 and promote a level 1 to, well, any rank really, but we'll talk about how to get somebody to silver. Okay. So first thing you want to do, if you're going to enroll 6 people in 1 month, it requires a lot of activity. Like you really have to amp it up. And, You'll hear me say all of the time that consistency is better than intensity any day of the week. And that diligence, it really does get you somewhere. It has a compound effect over time. And there are times where consistency is what you should be focusing on because, like I said, it has a compound effect over time, kind of like compound interest. Eventually, interest starts earning money on itself, right? So the compound effect is very real, but there are certain times where if you want speed, then you must combine intensity with consistency. And if you want to enroll 6 people in a 1-month time span, that's going to require some intensity. And so what I recommend that you do is in the next 7 days, go ahead and reach out to 15 new contacts every day for the next 7 days. If you do that, that puts you at over 100 new contacts, and that gives you a very full funnel.
Yes. Listen, I love months where we get to be intense. I do love consistency. People say consistency eats intensity for lunch, but listen, months like this are super fun. And we have, there has been a March Madness for the last couple of years. And I'm telling you, this is my zone. Like we have come in and done like 200 blitz for, the first week of March to earn. It's been an iPad before. It's been a remarkable tablet. Last year was a remarkable. And what we love about these incentives is it really does create a catalyst for momentum. We have seen people double rank in the months following March Madness. We've just seen a lot of people move the needle forward, and then they have that spike that we know comes with the compound effect. So 15 new contacts a day for the next 7 days. Now, here's what you're going to have to do. You're going to have to be disciplined in your focus, which means you're going to have to carve out time to make these new contacts. And you're going to have to avoid letting distractions in during that time. This isn't something that you can do while you're multitasking, because it's going to require you to be intentional with who am I reaching out to? Take the time to go and look at their Facebook, find something to connect about, or at least make sure that they don't have some massive major life trial going on before you pop in there and bring up Plexus. You can build rapport and also be direct about why you're reaching out. That is perfectly acceptable. Just do the due diligence of taking a look at what they've got going on in their life also. So carve out that time. You know how long it takes you to do new contacts. Some of you might need to carve out an extra hour. Some of you might need to carve out a little more time for the next 7 days. So temporary sacrifice for a long-term payout.
Yeah, absolutely. So you have to treat your business like a business. And there are certain things in this business that you can do nooks and crannies. I would say that just like responding to people, that is a nooks and crannies type of thing. But this activity where you actually have to sit down and be focused and be intentional about starting conversations with people that you've never started conversations about Plexus with before, it requires you to be focused and intentional, carve out the time, have some business hours. And on the front end of this month and on the back end of the month, you're going to need extra time, especially if you have a big goal like enroll 6 people. Okay. So that's going to require extra activity. All right. Now you have something to add?
Yeah. Let me add a best tip. Guys, okay. It's okay to have a skeleton of a message. Like, okay, here's what I want to say. If you'll take the time and jot down, like go to their Facebook, jot down 1 or 2 things, and then voice message. Even if you're voice messaging the skeleton message, I tell people it's called a skeleton because I expect you to flesh it out on your own. But, basically, here's what I've got going on. Here's why I'm excited about it. Here's why I thought of you. If you can do that in a voice message with those 15 people every day, your response rate is likely to be greater. So there's just something different about getting a voice message with calling you by name and mentioning something that they saw on your Facebook, then sending a typed message that they could assume is a copy paste. Even if it's not, they could assume. And so just kind of circumventing that assumption. So I would challenge you, have a message written down that you can flesh out, but then challenge yourself to do the scary thing of sending the voice message. It's what will set you apart from anyone else in any other company doing, the same work.
Yeah. And I did that. I wrote things down. The first time that the first probably 50 times I did that, I wrote it down and read it. just because I didn't want to fumble over my words. And anyway, then eventually you memorize it and you don't have to keep reading it. But that is how I started. And anybody can do that. You don't have to be super smart to do that. You literally can reference Christina's amazing video about what to say. If you don't know what to say or how to strike up a conversation about Plexus, Christina has a fantastic video. Is somebody going to drop that in the comments?
Terry is going to drop it in this chat.
Okay, look in the chat on here on this Zoom, grab that link. If you need a refresher on how to strike up a conversation or the cadence for follow-up, like how often do I follow up? What do I say when I follow up? It's all systematized right there for you, broken down. It's simple. Anybody can do it. It's really not a matter if you're able. It's just a matter of if you are willing. Okay. So anything you want to add about the video?
No, I mean, this video is going to, thank you, Terry. This video is going to tell you what to say in an initial reach out, and it's going to give you 10 different follow-up options as well as like a timeline. So for instance, tomorrow, you're going to set some time aside and you're going to reach out to 15 new people. Tomorrow's Tuesday. On Friday, you're going to do the same thing, but you also need to send follow-up number 2 to the 15 people you messaged on Tuesday. Okay. So every day I'm going to message my new people, but I also need to keep myself a list of, okay, who did I follow up with on Tuesday? I know on Friday, I need to send that day 3 message. If they hadn't responded, there's a message in the video that tells you how you can reach back out in a way that's authentic and still kind of draws attention back to what you were trying to talk about. So check out that video. The sample messages are there. If you don't know this, you can take a picture of the screen on these training videos, take a screenshot or take a picture of it, and your phone will actually copy and paste the text for you. So you can copy paste the text into the Notes app on your phone and then practice reading it or whatever. So the link is in the chat. Let's tell them what they're going to make if they accomplish this. Why should they? This is going to require some discomfort. Why should they do this?
Yeah, that's a great point. Also, thank you for the video, Christina, because the video is invaluable. I mean, you're handing people a tool for success that all they have to do is just be willing to open their mouth or their messenger and send the messages, and it's all right there for them. And I know you put a lot of effort into making that. So thank you so much for that. Okay. So why should somebody want to do this? Well, let me just tell you, if you are not silver yet, if you go enroll 6 people, you're going to make $400 plus earn an iPad 10. And also, if you already are silver or above, and you are talking to your current VIPs or your prospects or your brand new business builders, you need to tell them that. Like, it's your job to let everyone know what opportunities are available to them. So it's so important. That is how you cast vision. That's how you plant seeds. And even if they're not interested this month, I mean, don't think they're not going to think about it, and then the next time we have an incentive like this, they're going to, like, that's just you basically going through the exposure process that eventually does turn people into a business builder. And they may not ever be interested in business. And if they are not, that's okay. But they will at least know what's available to them. And then some people will be interested. They're going to be blown away by the opportunity to earn $400 plus an iPad. I mean, who has ever heard of that besides Plexus people? So you definitely need to let people know that. And then if you are silver and you go senior silver this month by enrolling 6 people, you're going to earn over $500 plus an iPad. And that's on top of like your regular commissions paycheck. Okay. Anything you want to add about that?
Yeah. So if I'm reaching out to my VIPs, or when someone joins this month, because I'm going to earn my own iPad, right? When they join, I'm saying, hey, listen, I don't know if this is something you're even like open to or not, but I just want you to know you're already loving your products because you joined last month or the month before. You're loving your products. You're excited about getting started. Just want you to know what's on the table for you to earn. If I could show you, this is the key. If I could show you how lots of people on our team are going to earn $400 and an iPad, and I were able to handhold you along the way, Is that something you'd be open to? Sometimes when you phrase it like that and they realize, oh, we're going to do this together. Like, oh, I'm not on my own. Oh, I'm going to have help. It's like, oh yeah. I mean, yeah, when you put it like that, who wouldn't be? So that's just a kind of a key phrase that you can tell them. It's not okay to not tell people what's available. Don't rob someone of an opportunity. You don't know, that $400 might be the difference between them being able to take their family to the beach for a weekend this summer or having no vacation. You just never know. So don't make assumptions. Don't create thought stories in your brain. The worst they could say is no. And the best they could say is, oh my gosh, yes. And listen, if they're open to making $400 in an iPad, they have a need for this opportunity. And so you will follow that video from a couple of weeks ago. Terry's going to drop this here too. What if they do say yes? What if they are open to earning the iPad this month? Some of us are nervous to offer it because we don't know what to do when they're open. Like, what if they say yes? How do I actually handhold? There's a video. She's dropping it right now that literally you can print out the piece of paper and follow them through, asking like good questions that will help them cast vision, good questions that will bring up any kind of fear that they have, and then how to get them into activity quickly.
Also very helpful. Thank you for that video, Christina. And yes, I see the question in the comments. Are those numbers according to Fast Start ranks? Yes. So if you have not had your first join yet, then you are in Fast Start range. Or if you are within 30 days of the time you had your first join, then you are within Fast Start Silver range. Okay, so yes, those numbers do include Fast Start bonuses. All right. Enroll 3, promote a level 1. So same song, different verse. First thing you're going to do is spend the next 7 days reaching out to 15 new people a day. So, and we talked a little bit about the cadence of the follow-up, which Christina outlines in that training video. But really the goal is to front load your new contacts so that you have all month to follow up with people and by the end of the month close the deal, right? Because the average amount of follow-ups before someone actually makes a purchase decision, or average amount of exposures is another marketing term, it's between 8 to 12. And so if most people are going to need a minimum of 8 points of contact or exposures before they actually make a purchase decision, then you're going to need all month to do that. Okay. So you definitely want to front load those so that by the end you have time to take them through the exposure process, help them make a decision and close the deal. All right. So same thing. If you're going to just enroll 3 and promote a level 1, you definitely need to front load your contacts still. All right. Again, carve out the time right now. You go ahead and set your intention and your business hours right now so that you know exactly what time you are going to devote to this over the next 7 days. Also, Terry Richardson has this whole beautiful graphic made up of just around the clock power hours that our team offers. It's way more fun to work with people than it is to just sit there and work by yourself. And so we have leaders leading those as early as like 5 a.m. some days at 6 a.m. And then sometimes I see them as late as like 11 p.m. or like a midnight power hour. Some folks get crazy up in here, y'all. But it's way more fun to work together than it is by yourself. And also, if you run into any objections that you don't know how to respond to, or any snags during the process, or you just flat out, they ignore you, they were responding and they stopped, and like you don't know what to do next to re-engage, like any recruiting related questions you can ask on these power hours. And so they're super, super valuable and way more fun.
I agree.
Okay. Cadence is the same with follow-up. You mentioned your video. So
utilize events, y'all. Utilize events. There's an opportunity event tomorrow. If somebody that you reach out to if they're like, yeah, I want to earn $400 in an iPad, sometimes use an event. There's a business event tomorrow night. A lot of you have been focused on creating business builders. You've had your list of 50. You've already worked through the initial exposure. Most of you should be on the exposure 2, exposure 3. An event is a perfect reason to matter of fact, I invited a girl. I have been reaching out to this lady. Oh my gosh. When she finally joins, she's going to watch these videos and be like, I was who you were talking about on there. But I've been reaching out to her about the business for a long time. Do you know it was this event tomorrow night that she's like, Christina, I think I might be ready. Will you send me the link? And I'm like, I done invited her to probably 10 events before. So people never come off my list because I know what happens if I'm diligent and persistent. I see her potential and she will be great. And I'm using an event. It's not going to require any more effort on my part. It just took me being intentional to follow up and offer an event. So use the events.
Yeah. And we're going to have several this month. So that'll be good. So tell every person who is ordering products what they can earn this month. We've already talked about that, but that is how you get people sharing, is you just let them know what is available to them. I mean, I would just bring it up by saying something like, well, Christina already gave you one example. The way I would approach it usually is, if you love this, would you be telling people about it? And if so, this is what you could do this month. Does that pique your interest? Because I can totally help you. I can walk you step by step through this, how to do that. And there was one other thing I was going to say. I'll think of it. Do you have anything else while I'm thinking of this?
I don't think so.
It was important. I should have written it down. So I just want to reiterate, guys, what March can mean for your business, because March is usually our biggest month of the year in terms of how many joins we get. And it's usually because we have a massive incentive like this. So when I have hit big ranks in the past, well, before we were getting points for $99 welcome packs, a lot of rank ups would happen in April. Once we started getting points for 99s, a lot of rank ups started happening in March. So if you're close to a rank, this could be a good month to push for it. It's definitely a solid month to rank up, because we have so much to offer people right now in terms of our, I remember what it was. Somebody asked me, how does this mesh with what we've been doing for our Mexico strategy? Because several of you are trying to earn the Mexico trip, and the way it meshes is you're going to try to enroll 3 and promote a level 1. Actually, you should try to enroll 6 and promote a level 1, but you should have a focus on creating business builders. For this month, what I would be doing is I would be leading with the products. And because everybody needs the products, and you need higher amounts of joins this month, and you're going to get higher amounts of joins when you are focused on the products. But I just wouldn't stay on the products. I would lead with the products, but I definitely would be bringing up the opportunity. And like Christina and I have mentioned tonight, and be sharing with them what they could earn this month and seeing whose interest that piques.
I was the somebody that asked you that.
Oh, yeah.
Like, for the record to show.
Okay. Well, that was a good question. You're such a smarty pants. Okay. And also, whenever I hit diamond, it was right after a huge month like this. And I'm pretty sure it was actually right after an iPad month. So I do think that this is a great month to go for a rank, or set yourself up to go for a rank next month. But there are times in your business where you need to be consistent and focus on diligence, and you focus on the marathon. But then there's times where you need to sprint. And this month, my friends, should be a sprint, because there's a lot on the table. And also, as you are earning your prizes, you can still get convention contest prizes for enrolling 3. But the iPad, hopefully all of you will earn an iPad, and you will get double the convention credits than what you normally would. All right. Okay. Did we want to ask your girl some questions?
Sure. Jamie, where are you at?
We have 4 minutes. Does anybody have any questions for Jamie, who has so far enrolled 10 people
this month? Jamie, where are you at?
In the last 6 days.
Jamie raised her hand. Don't raise your hand. Unmute.
Terry says that she will be posting the schedules for the power hours in Plexus Freedom Team.
Oh, hi, Jamie.
Hey.
How are you?
Good. How are y'all?
We're good, girl. Listen, everybody wants to know, what is it? What do you attribute all of these joins to? Is it just your excitement right now? How are you doing what you're doing?
Oh, so I because I work in healthcare, some of you know, some may not, already knew, and I'm in the wellness industry already. So I know that people are looking for supplements and they're lost in the sea of supplements. So I feel like I could do my best and suggest the supplements through Plexus and offer that. And that's how I start my conversations about those.
So you're just talking to every single person possible about the product.
Every new patient. Yep. Every new patient that I have, we talk about supplements that can help with their gut health, and that can also help with their energy levels. And then anybody else that wants to add into their programs that I have them with now, then we talk about each and every supplement. So that's how I've approached it.
I have a question. So, Jamie, when you are talking to people about supplements and you're saying they're lost in a sea of supplements, do you ever have people ask you, how is Plexus different? And if so, how do you sell them on how Plexus is different?
Well, I use that as I found that a lot of people have tried Plexus. I've even wrote to Christina a few times about a few of the questions. And either they trust my expertise and they want to try them because it works well, because I talk about how it works with their weight loss, it helps with their gut health, because I'm already into the holistic part of practice. And so gut health is a big thing already for us. And so I use that as leverage because people are already looking, or they've tried it and they want to try it again. And so I just use that, because they trust my judgment. So I use that as far as, in my advantage.
Mm-hmm. Your boldness. That's what when I see the conversations or she asks me a question, she is very confident that she can help them. Very confident. She's like, it's helping other people. Christina says it's helping so-and-so and so-and-so. Like, I'm going with it. Yep. She's just, that's right. Her boldness, I think, and excitement.
Awesome. Yeah. Well, congrats on your iPad, Jamie. Can't wait to see you earn your second iPad. You're doing amazing, huge things. We're excited.
Thank you. So excited.
Yep. And I'll say this too. Thank you, Jamie, so much. Here's what I want you guys to know. Sometimes when you are talking to people about the opportunity, you think that it has to be a long process. You can create urgency in getting someone into activity by showing them what's possible. There was no reason to drag out Jamie's potential to get off to a strong start. I saw her potential. I saw the need that this business could provide in her life. And so I cast very high vision, found out where she was comfortable starting, and then cast vision a little bit bigger. And I'm like, okay, well, this is what you think you're capable of doing. Why don't you try this plus this? How do you feel about that? She's like, okay. Literally, she's like, okay, that's bigger than I thought, but I'm down. And so just kind of staying alongside somebody, but seeing a little bit bigger than they can see. And so she was able to get into activity very, very quickly, because that's what I had an expectation. I wanted her to get off to a quick, strong start. So just know, sometimes when you approach these business conversations, the best thing you can do to keep somebody excited is help them find success.
All right, I have a question for you, Christina. What did you say to Jamie that made her so excited to start running?
I just showed her what was possible. When I tell you I casted big vision, first of all, I showed her my paycheck. Sometimes you don't have to say much more than that. But if I didn't have a paycheck that looks like mine, I would have shown her someone else's, because she just has that kind of potential. Like, I knew what she could accomplish here. And so I spoke her language. She's a red. And so if I hadn't had my own paycheck, that's when I would have pulled in I'd have called an upline. I would have found something to show them what was possible. And then I literally said, if you want this, listen, success loves speed, and I'm prepared to run with you. You tell me what you think you can do, and I'm going to go the distance with you, and we should start now. And she's like, okay. I was very confident I could support her, and I think she felt that. And so it was like, okay, well, what are we waiting for? What are we waiting for? We don't need to wait till next week. But listen, I also don't put things off for next week. Sometimes when I'm talking to people, they're like, yeah, I got to join. We're getting on the phone on the 24th of the month. And I'm thinking, welcome call on the 24th. You realize you could have her fast start senior silver by the 24th. So in my brain, I have high expectation for what people can accomplish, because when you get somebody off to a strong start, you guys, and it comes with posture and belief, it takes care of a lot of the other issues. It takes care of retention work that's necessary. I ain't going to have to tell Jamie to keep ordering her products because she's making a paycheck. So it takes care of that. It's it's on the job training. I don't need her to watch 10 training videos. On the job training. As this comes up, I'm teaching her how to overcome objections. I'm saying, great question. This is a common objection. Here's how you learn how to overcome it. Go continue overcoming it while you're learning. So I think a lot has to do with belief, just belief and boldness and confidence that you guys have access to a fantastic team with great resources and systems. It doesn't matter if you don't have one iota of belief that you can figure this out for somebody. Have belief that this team can figure it out. Have belief that the system that we have in place, the resources that we have in place, we are capable of supporting new people as they come in and get off to a strong start. So you posture yourself like that in conversation.
Yep. So good. All righty. Go win an iPad.
Let's go.
Not win. Go earn an iPad. Go earn the iPad.
Yep.
All righty. Good night. Happy March.
Bye, guys.